We gotta watch YouTube. They just brought Cynthia G back. Cynthia G is back. Cynthia G is back on YouTube, guys. Mmm. Interesting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cynthia G is back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Dima, clock ticking music! The story of Cynthia G is an interesting one. The rise of a promising black YouTuber who talked about the issues of white supremacy and holding white people accountable for what they have done to African Americans. That is how Cynthia G started off, for those of you who can remember. But then something changed. Her channel became very dark, and her frustrations towards African American men became very apparent. And of course, Cynthia G started to get a lot of female subscribers who would join in with her with their hatred and misandry against African American men. And it went on for a while without anything occurring. And if you wanted to know what kind of language that Cynthia G was using, here's a little bit of a sample.
Black men do not love black women, and this is why there's no behavior that they engage in that they can point to that shows that they love you. Love is not just a feeling, it's an action as well. It's a verb, it's something that you do, it's something that you can observe. You can observe somebody engaging in behaviors that shows that they love someone. That's why there's something called the love language. What is this individual's love language? What does their partner need to do in order to show love? So you can observe love. If there's nothing that black men can point to prove to you that they love you, then it is because they don't.
Sometime last year, Cynthia G got kicked off of YouTube. All her channels were gone. She even tried to bring another channel onto YouTube, and it was also gone. And then there Cynthia G was. Estimated of $20,000 a month income going down the drain. Hating on black men was no longer an option, and she was a single mother raising a child onto her own. But wait, Cynthia G came back? Fast forward! Indeed, Cynthia G did come back, but not in the way that you would think. Cynthia G has this channel of 62,000.8 subscribers, and the channel that she lost was over 100,000 subscribers, which really means that Cynthia G shouldn't be on YouTube. And this channel that she has is not associated with her other ones. So what she was doing, she was going live and unlisting and things like that. But Cynthia G is broke now, and she really needs the money. So the only way that she can really make some money is to kind of make this last channel public. And this is why if you go to her community tab, you keep seeing her out here dusty struggle begging, like posts like this. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my Patreon here. We will be going live soon. And let's look at the one from a day ago. Sad music. For those of you who are wondering how to find me outside of YouTube, you can subscribe to me on Patreon while I'm on YouTube 1 day per week. I am not back full time, nor do I plan to be. If you want my content, go to patreon.com/Cynthia G and subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see y'all next Friday, unless you subscribe. Now this is interesting. A lot of these black women who love Cynthia G so much, to be honest, they didn't really subscribe to her Patreon. In fact, if she was making a lot of money on Patreon, she wouldn't need to risk her last YouTube channel coming back here. Now, the reason why you really can't report Cynthia G for the most part is because, well, that last channel is gone, and probably the link to the channel that you would need to hate on her is also gone. But I want to kind of get into a little bit of interesting information that Cynthia G talked about on her last particular video, which is called More Charges in Diddy Case, Pastor Henderson. She talked about something that was pretty interesting when it came to 50-50 black men.
I'm not having a discussion with anybody at all about going 50-50. I'm just not going to. I don't know who is. Like, I don't know why y'all out here having discussions with needy bandits who want you to subsidize their rent for them. But I'm not a welfare system. I'm just not. So being that I'm not a welfare system, I'm not about to sit up here and help any Black man with his bills, because that's what it would be. I've lived with men in the past on 2 different occasions, and I'm just telling you, the reality of it is that if you go 50-50, you are going to pay all of the bills. It just is what it is. And I don't know why women are allowing themselves to be okey-doked into this. It appears to only be Black women who are doing it, because I really largely don't see, and just because I don't see it don't mean it's not happening. So let me just clear that up for the people who need you to make things super, super clear, because they can only think in a certain way. I'm not about to go 50-50 with no bandit.
Really now? This is interesting because Cynthia G is acting like she would never go 50-50 with a Black man. Okay, she's still talking about bandits, which is her negative talk for Black men, but it's okay. We're gonna continue to go on with that. But wait, stop the show. Rewind! I almost forgot. While Cynthia G is sitting here talking about Black men and getting her fans so excited about her return, we forgot to mention that Cynthia G got pregnant as a single mom by the same dusty bandits that she complains about. Now, I know this is going to upset some of you ladies who are so excited to see her back, but we'll get to you guys in a minute. We know you love Cynthia G. But remember, Cynthia G got pregnant by Robert Perkins, who already had 6 kids by 6 different women. Now, remember, Cynthia G tried to talk bad on Brothers, saying that Brothers was dusty, but then she had to face the music when this came out.
So what she's ultimately doing is she's putting out some text messaging, and granted, the things that are in the messages I did say, I would never go back on the stuff that I said. As a grown woman, I have no problem admitting to stuff that I said. I said some things out of anger during a certain time. And so what's going on is this is being framed in a certain way to basically say that I met a man, Rob, and within 3 months, I chose to go get pregnant by him. This is what is being said. Now, the thing of it is that this is not the case, because like I said, this person does not even know if I am currently pregnant, because I have not spoken to her in a while. So she wouldn't know, she wouldn't be able to validate if I was still pregnant or not. She would not be able to do that, because again, I have not spoken to her. But I would not lie and say the text messages and the stuff that she's showing is not true, because it is. And those things that are things that I've said, I said them in a certain context. That context is not being shown, of course, because when people want to show a certain narrative, they're going to show a certain narrative. So I'm being told that I'm a hypocrite. I'm being told that I've somehow chose a man who is a dusty beta male. I understand that I said certain things and messages out of anger. And like I said, I don't have a choice but to take responsibility for that, because I did say certain things. Now, do I think that this man is a beta male? Absolutely not. Did I meet him and then within 3 months decide and plan to be pregnant by him? Absolutely not. I certainly didn't do that. But there is a text message where obviously I did talk about some conversations that we had, and I did say that we had a conversation about that. And that's because I met him and spoke to him and learned that he was a very intelligent man. I liked his character. I still like his character. That's just a reality of what it is. I do not quantify him by the amount of children he has or the amount of women that he has them by, because quite frankly, he is the most active father I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah, it was bad. She got her cheeks booty clapping clapped within 3 months. Then her best friend on YouTube exposed the receipts that Rob was ignoring her. He basically wasn't talking about her anymore, talking to her, and basically left her a single mom. And he went on about his business after clapping up Cynthia G's cheeks within 3 months. Now, then it gets more interesting, because she had an ongoing beef with Tariq Nasheed at the time. and as well as Robert Perkins, because he was basically bootlegging the Hidden Colors DVDs. And when Cynthia G got pregnant by Robert Perkins, Tariq Nasheed had this to say.
Cynthia Synthetic G, her ass is pregnant by a dusty made-up hell. Did you see that? The baby clothes I was going to give. Her ass, I heard about it. She's pregnant by a dusty beta male. Cynthia G ain't. And this just proves that. That's hilarious. The dude she's pregnant by is a boy, and she's a bum.
But you know what? I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, to be honest, okay? I'm willing to let bygones be bygones because I believe that people can change, right? Cynthia G hasn't been on YouTube like before for like 2 or 3 years, right? She's not talking about black men in the same way that she did in the past, is she?
I want y'all to notice how black men always got black women looking dumb as hell. Ain't did nothing for black women's image except muddy it up. Solely black women's image. And then black women continue to chase after these men for marriage. What part of these are not marriageable men do you not understand? This is why they cheat the most. This is why they bring the most diseases to their wife. This is why they have the most side babies. Case in point, Rashida and Kirk dealing with a side baby issue with a woman that Kirk decided to lay his married up with. Because at the end of the day, Rashida married, Kirk is single. Behavior shows it. His actions is showing that he ain't committed to this woman. They're in a contractual dating situation as far as I'm concerned. Women somehow want to ignore all the risk of being married to black men just because they black. What is it that black men are doing that makes them worth all this? I really want to know. I have to know. Why are black men worth all of the tears? Why are they worth all of the pain? Why are they worth all of the public humiliation? And what do black women get in return? Because the only people I see benefiting from these relationships is the black man.
Damn, Cynthia G. It seems like you are still hating on African American men. You still are mad. And you know what? Outside of you not experiencing any growth, look at your fans. They're so happy to see you back. Look at this chick, Dark Skin Bay 3544. Date music! Did I expire and go to heaven? Sin, hi mama. Ooh, she likes you a lot. Booty clapping sounds! Look at I Am Impressed 292. Welcome back, Sin. As you always say, the BM reckoning is upon us right in front of our eyes. You said it years ago. Now look, it's actually, she put YESRS. You said it, YESRS ago. And now look, well, look at the fact that you can't fucking spell. Can I get an ooh sound effect? Sorry, M Latte, what did I miss? Says, guess who's back? Back again. Sinji's back. Tell a friend. Oh my God, y'all are thirsty. Miss Tiffany goes, oh my gosh, she's back. And just in time, child. Well, I can see y'all have the same weave, that kind of Rottweiler brown, blonde and black dusty weave you have going on there. It looks really terrible, boo. I thought I was hallucinating when I saw your channel back up. That's Wild Witch, right? And there are many other people that, decided to comment on there, whatever. But the reality is that Cynthia G and her followers have not improved their lives at all hating on black men. See, that's what is so interesting. You can sit back and hate on black men all you want, but your life is not improving. And it's the same thing that I talk about with black men who have a problem with black women. And of course, they can be problematic just like black men can be problematic, but it's not going to improve your life. You need to actually become a better person. You need to do what you're supposed to do in your life so that you're not dusty as hell. This is what's going to happen with you guys if you're out there booty clapping it up all of the time. And this is what's happened to Cynthia G. She's still dusty. Production still dusty. I mean, she has that blonde and black weave. I mean, I don't know if it's looking like caramel and chocolate. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a Cadbury egg or what on her head. I have no idea. It's just what it is, right? It's like the inside of a Cadbury egg. Chocolate and blonde at the same time on top of the head. it's out there, it's just looking whatever it's looking like, okay? And still, at the same time, you ended up getting pregnant by the same guy you complained about, and then you're still complaining about black men, and you're still living your life miserably, and you've messed up the bag for your own self, and you stop the show, and you really can't get mad at me because you really shouldn't be on YouTube, and if I was really dusty, I would hate on you, but I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, who wants to end up like Cynthia G? Not to mention you're hateful, because we will never forget about what you said about Brother Kevin Samuels when he passed. But karma's a bee, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Dude Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drug. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We are out.